are having a good Tuesday. It is time for coffee chat here on Niknax. And for those of you who don't know, my name is Jocelyn. I'm the crazy lamp lady. I own Niknax.net, and that is what we are talking about today. So if you're over there on Facebook or YouTube tuning in, you got to come over here to Niknax. This is where we're at. We're on Niknax.net. And we were talking about Niknax. Niknax is an e-commerce marketplace. We have live selling, buy it now listings, and multi-day auctions. And we are one of the newest and fastest growing e-commerce marketplaces out there right now. So come on over here and join us. Also, my hair is, it's crazy. I was going to say it's crazy this morning, but it's crazy every week. But if you're new here, you'll find that out. All right, let me get us over to YouTube. I got to turn us over to subscribers only, and then we will get started with our chat. All right, let's see. How is everybody today? And for those of you watching the replay who are going to be like, this is so boring, this is live, so that's why I'm not just talking. Yeah, well, you know, the vent is right underneath me, so it, like, if my hair is unruly, it just kind of like does whatever it wants. All right, let's see. Good morning. All right. Yeah, so make sure you guys are checking out the store. If you see the store icon down there somewhere, make sure you check that out. I've got 47 items loaded in the store from around the marketplace, so you can be supporting our sellers here on Niknax. And we have over 5,200 sellers here. Thank you very much. I think it's probably, I think this one is Free People. It's my favorite. Sometimes I have a love-hate relationship with them. Okay. There we go. We're all set. Chat is open to everyone. This district is just getting started. Okay. Let me get our notes. Like, where was I? Oh, let me get our notes. Last week, we did it without notes. I feel like I offended a whole bunch of people without notes. And I've learned that if we ever do not have notes ever again, I'm just going to cancel coffee chat. That's what I've learned from that experience. When I talked to Sage about it, her response was, if the shoe fits. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, let me get to our notes. You were offended? Oh, my memory from 1 year ago in Pittsburgh showed up today. Okay, let's see here. So let's get started. We had an amazing week, guys. It was a crazy week. Christina, stop using that emoji, please. You're making us all uncomfortable. You know, the girl, here's something funny. The girls have been on my case about, this has nothing to do with Niknax. The girls have been on my case about cleaning off my desk. And also, they did this really nice thing for me. They did my photo box. I got new photo boxes, and they did that for me. But they also broke the rule of elbow zone here, and they put my thing here. And obviously, that was not good, because it's the first thing I did this morning was almost wipe out this entire comfort. So we're just going to put that back over here where it's safe and get started. Okay. Where was I? Oh, we had an amazing week this week. I'm going to blame them. I'm going to blame them. I'll take the blame for most things, but that one was not me. In fact, I'm going to clean my desk now. I think that was a hint that, Jocelyn, you need to clean your desk. And so I took it, and I'm going to clean my desk after coffee chat today. Okay, so amazing week. I think that was due in part to the CNBC article that we had posted, which was amazing. It really gave us an incredible boost here on Niknax. And if you haven't seen it, you can Google CNBC Crazy Lamp Lady, and you can find the article. It talks a lot about a lot of things, but it does talk about Niknax, which is really cool. So we saw a huge boost here on Niknax. And as a result, we have 611 new members. And I'd like to welcome all of our new members here to Niknax. Welcome to Niknax. It's great to have you here. One of the things that's very important to us here on Niknax is the community. There's a lot of e-commerce sites out there, but one of the things that's important to us in growing Niknax is being very community oriented, and more about just the transactional buying and selling, and really getting to know one another, because that's the great thing about live selling is you're buying from somebody, you're getting to know them, and the same goes for getting to know each other through chat channels, which we have here on the site. So if you're new and you see the chat channels over on the left hand side, there is a community chat where I would encourage you to go introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about you, about what you collect, about what brought you over here, whether it was the CNBC article or something else. We'd love to get to know you a little bit better. So that also being said, obviously we saw a lot more folks coming in I saw a lot more folks coming in over on the Crazy Lamp Lady Facebook page, also on YouTube. So if you followed me over from the CNBC article and you're like, what is Niknax? But also if you read the article, you probably know what Niknax is. I'd love to invite you to come on over here to Niknax. That's niknax.net. Because that's what I'm talking about today. That's actually where I am right now. I'm multicasting, so I'm sending the signal out to Facebook and YouTube, even though I'm here on Niknax talking about Niknax. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Come on over and join us. We currently have 5,358 sellers. That's 19 new sellers since last week. I was telling Christina, I'm like, I added a bunch of new sellers. That I went through so many applications. I added so many new sellers. And she's like, really? I only counted 19. And I was like, it seemed like a lot. So I am adding new sellers. And I guess it seemed like I added a lot more than that, but we have 19 new sellers. Welcome to all of our new sellers. We have a lot of applications that came through, as also a result of our publicity this week. And I know that they're probably not watching over at CNBC, but huge shout out to Ashton, who wrote the article. She was amazing. But so welcome to all of our new sellers. If you would like to go live, over on the left hand column there is a live onboarding chat channel, and you can click into that where you'll find Sienna's calendar. You can sign up for onboarding to go live, but you are not required to go live here on Niknax. It is not a requirement. You don't have to go live. It won't you won't be kicked out or anything. You could just do buy it now listings. You could do multi-day auctions. But you always have that opportunity. If you'd like to try going live, if you're nervous, but you want to give it a shot, once a month we have a newbie train, is what we call it, and that is put on by Elsie, the thrifting teacher. You can find her. This is just I don't know what, I think it's the static. It's a static that is just driving me. Where's my hat? It'd be weird if I wore a hat for this coffee chat. I just can't handle it. I can see where my hat went. I'll figure it out. It's distracting me. If you would like to go live, we have a newbie train once a month, and you can reach out to Elsie. There she is, the thrifting teacher. You can click on her name, and you can go. You can contact her. She says we have spots open for this Saturday, so you can go and check that out. And you can hop on board. And it's a really great opportunity to learn going live. Even if you've done the onboarding, which you have to do obviously before you go live, because that's how you get your live turned on, the ability to go live. But this train gives you the opportunity to learn in a safe environment where everybody's supportive and encouraging, and you kind of just learn the ropes a little bit. So we have 121,400 listings around the marketplace. So in addition to live selling, we also have listings. So you can come over, you can use that search bar at the top of niknax.net and search for whatever you are looking for. If you're a collector and you're looking for something specific, you can do some searching using that search bar at the top. So all of that being said, happy Llama Day, everybody. Go out and find yourself a llama somewhere. You know, it's funny because I don't think I have anything llama oriented here at this location, but at the other location, I literally have a plaque on my desk that says no drama llama. No llama. Yeah, no drama llama, not no llama drama. That would be weird. But I do have it right there as a reminder not to start any drama. I don't have it here. So obviously, you know, when I'm here, it's freaking like I'm like, you know what? I think today's the day. I might just start a little, you know, but when I'm at the other shop, I can't. I have that reminder right there. When I think about it, I'm like, all right, I shouldn't. So apparently llamas are intelligent, social, and in addition to being social and intelligent, they also produce soft wool, and they can live as long as 30 years. There's some llama facts for you guys. You're welcome. It's also pastry day. We love pastries. What's everybody's favorite pastry? I'm trying to think if there's any pastries I like. Is there? Have you guys ever heard me talk about, is a tart a pastry? It is? Okay. I like those, but only when they have the custard on them. That's like the only time. Because if it's just by itself, it's gross. Because then it's just bread. So everybody go out and get your pastry today. It's also, here's our segue, holiday card day. So go out and get your holiday cards on Niknax. You can find lots of holiday cards on Niknax. You know what I love is the vintage holiday cards. Is quiche a pastry? I don't think so. Well, you know, yes, I think so, because it's got that pastry like crust, right? I can't with the vent. Okay, I'm looking for my hat now. Now it's a squirrel moment where I'm looking for my hat. Where is the hat? You guys lost me. I'm gone. Where did it go? That is so weird. I had the hat. The hat was on my desk. I'm not gonna do it. It's like this weird wizard hat. Okay, I'm gonna keep trying. But I can't handle it. I know that's the ADHD that everybody talks about. And that, my friends, is how Niknax operates. It's actually not by the coffee pot. You know, it would have been funny if Sage or Shelby came in the chat and they're like, Jocelyn, it's right there. But Shelby has a final today and Sage is sick, so I don't think they're going to come to my rescue. I'm on my own. It's a very scary thing. It was a good guess. It's not with my jacket either. No, it wasn't. Oh, guys, it's right here. It's right here. Okay, no, that's weird. It's weird, but I know. Good luck, Sage. She's sick. I Instacarted her a bunch of stuff today. She's house sitting for my parents. My parents went up to New York to visit my grandma. It's my mom's first trip. Sorry, now this is ADHD. It's my parents' first trip. My first trip for my mom since chemo, and they went up to New York, and so Sage is house sitting for them, and she's sick. She's got like this bug, and so I Instacarted her all this stuff, and I called her this morning. I'm like, go to the front door. So she went to the front door. She's like, are you at the house? Like, that's the worst thing, you know, when you're sick and somebody shows up to the house. This is my undercover hat. Anyway, let's continue coffee chat. Where were we? Oh, let's look for some stuff on Niknax. I'm circling back. We're back. We're back on track. This is why Christina gives me notes. Okay, let's go back to notes. The vintage card. Uh-oh. Now it's telling me to look. It was telling me to log back in like it wasn't there. We're back. Okay. We should look up llama greeting cards. Okay, let's see. We're gonna do holiday card. I guess I could just turn off the air and then I don't have to deal with it in my face. Holiday cards. Okay, this is the one thing that I did want to talk about is whenever you're doing a search on Niknax, like make sure you're using different keywords. You don't always have to just do like holiday cards. You could do like holiday ephemera. You could do like Christmas cards if you're looking very specifically. But just mix up what you're looking for because, you know, people use different keywords. Sometimes we forget like the most basic keywords and you might find something cool. And I know other people forget the most basic keywords as well. This feels weird wearing a hat indoors, but here we are. All right, so let me turn you guys around. I'll give you a peek at what we're looking at. Okay. So up here, first we'll go back out to the Niknax homepage. So here we are on Niknax. This is obviously Niknax. I updated. Christina was like, you should make it more festive. And I was like, okay. So we're more festive now for the holidays. And we're going to go up here and we're going to type in vintage. I like the idea of vintage. Christmas. We'll do Christmas for now. We'll switch over to holiday then. Christmas card. Did I spell that wrong? Oh, I didn't capitalize it. I'm like, what? Does it need to be capitalized? Does it? Wow. Okay. Wow. That's awkward. We're just going to scroll down until we find some cards. Oh, look. Here we go. There's some cute vintage ones. See, I love the postcards personally. I like postcards. You're making tons of cards this week. I love the vintage postcards. I mean, I don't care what holiday it is, Halloween, Valentine's Day, Christmas. I just love vintage postcards. So let's just put in vintage postcard. There we go. Like, look at this one. They're just so weird. The pumpkin head people. You can't get any better than that. Right? You collect vintage postcards of New York City. So there you go. You can find all sorts of, look, I don't know who thought of that, but it was a great idea. There's some really weird ones out there. Look, 4th of July. So we're not gonna discriminate. Today is just vintage holiday card day. Or not vintage, just holiday card day. It could be any holiday, really, if you wanted. You could do Christmas, which seems the most logical. You've got some naughty ones. Ooh. I hope they're not listed on Niknax. We'll get to that. Actually, that's a topic of conversation. The air just stopped. I'm going to take this off. That's actually a topic of conversation today. We'll get there. Okay, let me get back to our notes. So, fun fact. Next after dark. Fun fact, according to the Smithsonian magazines, the first Christmas card was produced by a man named Henry Cole in 1843. There you go. Thank you, Christina, for fun fact. She's all about the fun facts. She'll just randomly be like, fun fact. It's like, thank you. It's really like that with her in person, as a matter of fact. Okay. please save questions till the end, because as you know, I will get so far off topic. We will never circle back. You're just lucky I got somehow back to like where we were at after the whole hat debacle. So save your questions to the end. Write them down if you have to, and we will get to questions at the end. All right, updates. We do have an Android update. I know everybody is really excited about that. All of our Android users, you've been waiting a very long time. It's nothing crazy, so don't be too excited. But we do have an Android update. Android live sellers can now list on the fly. So if you are a live seller, you can now list while you are live, but only while you are live. So I mean that is exciting. That's a big deal. So it's still, you can use the app to go live, but you can list while you are live. So that's really exciting. How many new members? 600 and something. I think it's over 600 new members. Very exciting. Yes, so 612. Thank you. Yes, 612 new members. So there you go. So make sure your apps are updated. Always make sure you're checking for updates. I actually did not update my phone before coffee chat today, so I'm really hoping that we don't have any glitches. But you should always check for updates, especially if your phone is like mine and does not auto update. You do need to be checking for your updates. You will still need to go to, obviously, Android users, you will still need to go to the web to update. I'm sorry, you will still need to go to the web to list. You can't like list your items on the app. You can just list on the fly, like I just said. The last update was 6 days ago, and it is 3.2.10 is the update number. Bugs and improvements. Improvements to bugs were made. It was fixed. Everything, the things were fixed in the last update. So make sure that you have the update. If you are not updated, simply visit your app store. It's fixed. I'm just going to paraphrase what it was fixed. All the things were fixed in the last update. Obviously, we haven't had an update in six days. So all the things are fixed now. So yeah, make sure, if you're not sure if you're updated, just go to your app store. If you see that an update is available, obviously you're not updated. That's the easiest way to check. All right, so I was talking to Christina about this, and I was like, I don't know how to talk about this without like leaning into it. And so I'm just trying to like think of how to talk about this without becoming a part of it. And what I'm talking about is like negativity. I'm concerned. I'm just going to say, I'm in my era of saying what I'm thinking. I'm just going to say what I'm thinking. I'm concerned about the negativity that's kind of like seeping in. And I understand that as we grow bigger, we're going to have negativity. And in business and as a content creator, I have this theory, and I tell all my friends this. I tell everyone who I've encouraged to start YouTube, who I've encouraged to like grow their business. I tell everybody it's always the path of least resistance. Like, you're not going to make everyone happy. You're never going to make everyone happy. But the purpose, the point is to always take the path of least resistance, and make as few people upset as possible. And like, as long as you're doing that, you're doing a good job. Like, that's always what I say. So I'm concerned about the negativity that we're having, that we're experiencing. Although I acknowledge that, yes, it's going to happen. And I want to talk about it because I want to remind everybody who is feeling negative to try to acknowledge those feelings, first of all, and change those feelings, and realize that when you're having those feelings of negativity and you're talking about them and you're talking to other people about them, you're spreading it. Because somebody else might not be feeling that. And then when you're talking about it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is really annoying me. This is frustrating me. This is, you're spreading those feelings of negativity. So as we're trying to grow Niknax and we're trying to create a positive place, and you are spreading negative vibes, you're creating a toxicity, and you're creating kind of like you're making a negative impact on something that we're trying to create a positive environment. I mean, that's really what my vision for Niknax is, and I know a lot of people here are trying to create that same environment, and a lot of people come here to escape other places where there's a lot of negativity. So I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at. That's kind of what I'm trying to express without leaning too much into it. So what I'm asking is, please try to remain positive. You're constantly saying, let it go. Please try to remain positive. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was, it's important to diversify and to never count on any one specific thing. And if you know what I'm talking about. I've learned that nothing is forever. Nothing, like, for me, I've been very fortunate in what I do. I have YouTube, and I've always realized that it's not going to be forever. Everything is temporary. Like, it's been great. It's been a great run, but I know, like, it's not going to be forever. And so I don't count on it. I've made sure that I don't put all my eggs in one basket. And I think that's important with anything, especially, as you're growing your business, to make sure that you're doing other things for yourself and you're not just focused on one specific thing. And, I tell you guys all the time, like, hey, I appreciate all of you who are selling here on Niknax. But I'm never upset at you guys if you're other places as well. But the same can be said about here on Niknax. And I want to encourage you guys, like, don't always just be counting on one specific train. Don't be counting on like one specific like, this is my thing, this is what I do, I go live on this one day every single week. Like, try to mix it up. Try new things. You can't always just count on one specific thing. And I guess that's what I'm trying to say to you guys is, like, you got to do what's right for you and make sure that you're not putting all of your energy into one thing. Mix things up. If it's not working, try something new. And we go through this all the time. Always be trying new things, especially when things stop working for you. Do pop-ups. Yeah, they can be really good. We're going into the new year, and I think it's important to, like, be thinking about, things that are working and things that are not working. Trust it or adjust it. I really like that. We should put that on a shirt. Trust it or adjust it. Christina, write that down. She's still out there. Yeah, being able to pivot. What does that mean? Don't? 12 days of lives, all different learning. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I tried to do, when I was going live every single day for 5 days. And it's something I want to do again. It was just hard. The kids had off for Thanksgiving and all that. Going into the new year, I've been thinking about my goals and what I want to do. But I don't know. I just wanted to encourage everybody here. Like, you can't count on anything, which is like a scary thing to think about. But you just gotta diversify. You just gotta diversify in everything you do, and where you sell and how you sell, and what you sell. I mean, if you guys are ever struggling, just know that you can reach out to me. You can reach out to me, and I can do what I can to help. But the important thing is that you always come to me with a positive attitude, because I don't react well to negative attitudes. I will tell you that 100%. And those of you who have come to me with a negative attitude know that I will snap back. And I know it's not a good quality to have, but I do get frustrated, especially because Niknax is my baby. And I mean, one of my babies, I should say. And I do get a little crunchy sometimes. I do. And some of you know that. But if you do need help and you come to me genuinely and we can work together in a positive way, I will do my best to help you. Okay? So that is my speech for the day. And please, everyone, try to stay positive, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And we're going to move on from that. But that was in my notes, and it was something I needed to talk about. Okay. Christina says, this is the teacher part. What does positivity look like to you on Niknax? I'll give you a few moments to answer that question before we move on from today's assignment. And no, I'm just kidding. That's such a Christina thing. I want everybody to write that down on a Post-it note and stick it right next to them so that they can look at it every single day while they are listing or selling live. Make sure it's a bright orange one so that they see it and even if they don't know what it means a week from now, because I have no idea I've had this Post-it probably for the past year right here on my tripod. I have no idea what it means. It's a small 8 times 2 pounds. I don't know what that means, but it's there, and that's what matters. That's the case with all of my Post-it notes, actually. Half of them, I don't even know what they mean at this point. Word wall. There you go. See, you guys got the hang of it. Let's just try to all stay positive. I mean, especially, this was an amazing week. It was an incredible week for us. Like I said, welcome to all of our new members. Our goal for Niknax is always community, positivity. Like, we want to shine. And I think the way to do that is to lead with those qualities, and that goal and that mission. So that's what we're doing. And obviously it seems to be working. All right. So moving on. No selling bulk, wholesale, Amazon, Temu, AliExpress. Read the guidelines. This is where I offend people, is when I tell them to read the this is why I say, just like, if the shoe fits. When I have to say, read the guidelines, and then people message me and they're like, you were targeting me. And I was like, I just said read the guidelines. And then people feel targeted when I say read the guidelines. And it's like, well, did you read the guidelines? Please read the guidelines. It's important. Like, in your approval email, it says, when you list on Niknax, it is expected that you've read the guidelines. So, did you read the guidelines? It's weird. I have an Instacart order update. I don't even have an order in. That's weird, right? Thank you so much for the purchase out of the store. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's guilty conscience. So one thing that's really important to me here on Niknax, and it was important from the very beginning, and one thing that I was seeing on other platforms is, this influx of mass-produced wholesale junk, from Temu, from AliExpress, from, just like this stuff. And my joke here, and I know we've got a lot of new people, my joke every time I talk about it is, when you can hear the cellophane bags off camera. Am I muted? I don't think so. I'm not muted. No, okay. My joke is that, when you can hear the cellophane bags off camera before they show an item, and then every item is like exactly the same, that's the cue. That's the hint right there. We don't want that on Niknax. We don't want people receiving an item and then finding out that it's like 50 cents on Temu and they paid $8, and then they're feeling ripped off because this seller went on Temu and bought a lot of 50 vintage style brooches, brought them on Niknax, sold them as, vintage brooches. And then, they've got a sour taste because, hey, listen, I bought this on Niknax thinking it was vintage. Like, we don't ever want anyone feeling that from our marketplace. And so it's very important to me that we do not have any of that here. And so I take it very seriously. And obviously some of our sellers have experienced that, where I've banned them. Well, I've suspended live selling. I've sent them warnings. I've sent them messages, and it's very clear in our guidelines that this is not allowed. And so when it happens and I get pushback, it's like, well, hey, it's in our guidelines multiple times. It's in our guidelines multiple times. Now we do have exceptions. We do have exceptions to like a few of the wholesale. I'm saying we don't have exceptions to the Temu and the AliExpress and that, but we do have exceptions to some of the wholesale rules. For instance, we have Jenny K, who sells some figurines that she gets, I think, from Ukraine. She special orders them from an artist in the Ukraine, and they are wholesale, but they are special ordered, and they're really cute. I actually have a few over here. These cute little mice. So she orders those, and they're really cute. And she got special permission. She messaged us. She has permission. Oops, he just took a dive, but he's okay. He didn't break. And we also have Amy, Attic on the Beach. She sells her pieces from India. I think we have a few other sellers who also do wholesale, but they've reached out and they've been given permission. And this is in our guidelines that you have to reach out and you have to get permission ahead of time. And so we keep a really close eye on it. And if you don't have permission, we're going to shut you down. Oh yeah, I'm not talking about sellers packaging their sales in cellophane. I'm talking about when you're selling, and we hear the crinkling of the thing. Like, one of the things for me is those rings from India, the ones that are 925. They're just really heavily plated, and they all look the same, and like they all get received in those little, and they're like oh man, remember Ringgate 2024, was it? No, maybe it was 2025 ring. And I was out with my mom, and this was like right when she had been diagnosed, and you guys were sending me so many messages, and I finally looked at my phone again, and like I had so many messages from, and I came in that sale, and I was like, you can't be selling. And then she ignored me, and you guys, if you were there, and I was like, I'm shutting this down. And I shut that down so fast. It was like, but you could see the floor was covered in those little baggies. Like, she moved the camera and her whole floor was covered in the little baggies. And I was like, oh my God. But she worked for a friend of, she was selling for a friend of mine, which made it even worse. She was selling for a friend of mine. So she was like on my friend's account selling, and I suspended. We're still friends to this day, but I have to suspend your account. That's how serious I take this. Is I suspended my friend's account, and I'm like, I'm suspending you for 2 weeks. I'm sorry, we're friends, but I'm suspending you for 2 weeks because your employee was selling that junk. But we're still friends. We still hang out. We still talk. So yeah, I mean, but I put my friend on timeout. Yeah. But you can't do that. It's a rule. A rule is, so that tells you how seriously I take it. Good morning. Good morning. So yeah, so please reach out to get permission. We take it very seriously. I even, I've refunded everybody who bought from that sale. I reached out to them and apologized and gave them an explanation as to why they were being refunded. And I think it was 15 orders total. It was a whole thing. So that's the reason behind it. We just don't want anyone having a bad experience and feeling that they were misled. Okay. So I think that is it for that. Let's keep going. Here we go. Okay. Shout outs. Shout outs. Wait, do we have, hang on, let me just see if we have something else I need to talk about here. No, I don't see it in here, so I'm going to talk about it real quick. So as we continue to grow, obviously we have over 600 new members this week, which is fantastic. And as we continue to grow, we're getting more and more messages. We're getting more and more contacts. We're having to react more and more to, oh, it's in there. How did I miss it? I don't see it in here at all. It's not in here. It's not there. Oh, it was before. I skipped it. I went straight. I skipped it. I went straight to the no selling bulk. That's why I don't see it in there. All right. So I'm going to backtrack. That's what happened. I skipped this whole. I wonder how often I do that, or I missed something, and I don't know. Anyway, so as we continue to grow, and we have more people reaching out to us, we're not able to respond to everybody. Obviously. So we're getting more emails, we're getting more DMs. We see them, we respond to them, we take action, we adjust. We can't always respond at this point. At this point, we can't always like reach back out to you and be like, hey, we'll take care of this, blah, blah, blah. We can't always respond because we get so many messages. The volume is insane at this point. But we do take action. And, the same goes for when we take action, we can't always let you know, like, hey, we got to do something about this because you're breaking the guidelines. My hope would be that if for some reason, like you suddenly notice, hey, I can't chat anymore, or something's wrong with my account, the immediate reaction should be, oh, maybe I did something I wasn't supposed to. Like that's kind of just like the common reaction would be like, oh wait, maybe I broke the guidelines. And that's usually what happens. So I will send you a message if for any reason your selling privileges have been revoked, because that is an impact on your livelihood. And I will not do anything that will affect your livelihood unless I send you a message, and I will send you a warning, and I will say, hey, listen, this is what's going on. That being said, we will shut off your live. If you are having a sale and say you are doing something you're not supposed to be doing, like in the background, it says FUCK. I can't believe I just, but if it says a bad word, all of you taking your kids to school right now who can spell, I am apologizing. But if you, I'm going to shut you down. I'm not going to let that sale continue. We're just going to shut you down. We're going to take away your live privileges, and then we're going to follow up. And you should know that, oh, shoot, maybe I mean, it's right at the beginning of our guidelines, family friendly. You can't do that. Just follow Christine and I was like, just do the right thing. Like, I say that a lot, but it's just so easy. Just do the right thing. I should get that on a hat that I should wear every week. It just says, do the right thing. Because here's the problem is people go to our homepage. These 600 new members that just joined Niknax are on our homepage. And these sales are playing automatically when they hover over them. And here's this sale playing automatically. And in the background, in big letters, it says, and they're like, oh, well, this isn't family friendly. Like, we're going to shut it down. We're just going to shut it down. And then we're going to deal with it later. So, I mean, we're going to send you a warning. We're going to let you know when, your livelihood is going to be affected by this. Because we don't want to do that. I never want to take away anyone's like way of supporting their family. That is I do not take that lightly. I not even in the slightest. It is a very last resort, and it is when, it's repetitive guideline violation. Usually if there's a guideline violation and I have to suspend somebody's live selling, It's a conversation, and it's like, okay, well, this is what happened. How do we fix this? And then I'll turn it back on. It's not this is turned off permanently. It's after multiple issues that you're just banned and it's done. But if you can just work with me and follow our guidelines, we're good. I'm not, and this is the thing, is I don't really take things personally. I don't take it personally. Like, I get a little crunchy, but I can be crunchy and not take it personally. I mean, and to the point where Christina's like, that, I'm like, you know what? It's whatever. I'm not going to take it personally. It's whatever for me. It's just business and it's not going to bother me. So we just have to learn to work together and follow the guidelines. That's all I ask. So all of that being said, I'm not going to be able to respond to everybody. I may have to turn off your live selling if there is an immediate need for it. If for any reason you're suddenly unable to go live, you may want to take a look at the guidelines. If for any reason you can no longer chat, you may want to take a look at the guide. Like, it all comes back to knowing and reading the guidelines. And the guidelines really, at this point, we've gotten our guidelines so fine-tuned that they rarely ever change. And there are guidelines for sellers, there are guidelines for buyers, for members, and a lot of it is common sense. It's just common sense. So please read and understand. Also, if you report something happening, we get a lot of reports of, this is going on, that's going on. We don't always follow up with you and let you know, like, all right, this is the action we took, because it's not always necessary. Like, I don't need to report back to you and be like, oh, well, we suspended this person. I mean, actually, sometimes I'll be like, yeah, you were right, we suspended that person. But, if it's something, the person, made a mistake, or, it's kind of, it's a private thing. It's like, all right, well, they made a mistake and they apologize for it, and it's really, it's between me and them. And so it's not really my business to go back and then share that with the person who reported them. And so I'm not always going to report back to the person who told me, like, oh, this person is doing this, that, or the other, because then it kind of becomes gossip. So I'm not going to do that. So don't be surprised if you report something and you don't hear back. So, all right, I think that's that. Right, Christina? I think I covered that. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, shout outs. We're so happy. Do I still metal detect? I do. Yes, but only when it's warm, and it's not warm right now. It's kind of cold outside. Oh, wait, that was a question. Save questions till the end. So happy to have all of our new members here. But we've said that. Thank you. Welcome. It's great to have you here. Welcome to Niknax. And for those of you, we've got 360 people watching. Welcome, everybody. We were talking about Niknax.net. That is Niknax.net. So if you're over on Facebook, if you're over on YouTube, we'd love to invite you to come on over and hang out with us. We're multicasting, which means even though we are here on Niknax, we're sending the signal out to Facebook and YouTube. But my name is Jocelyn, Crazy Lamp Lady. I own Niknax.net in addition to posting to Facebook and YouTube. This is part of my business. And it's an awesome, amazing, wonderful, crazy part of my business. And we'd love to have you come on over and join us, because it's a great place to be. And yeah, so welcome to all of our new members. Thank you for being here. Come and introduce yourself in the chat channels. We'd love to hear from you and hear about how you found us, because I know a lot of you found us through the CNBC article, which was really cool. From us. What does that mean? What does that mean, Christina? I don't know what that means. That's a confusing one because it's in quotations. And I don't know if you want me to say that out loud. It's your quote? So you want me to read that? I'm not going to read that. That's going to make me emotional. I'm not reading that. Stop. I'm not gonna read it in my head because you're gonna make me cry. I'm just gonna skip over it. That's not nice. Don't do that to me. No. No. Oh no, I'm not doing it. No. She's gonna everyone's like, she's gonna voice. Don't do it. No. Girl. Because everybody on Facebook and YouTube is gonna be like, why is she crying? Oh shoot. So anyway, May 8th through the 10th, we are having Carlisle. That's it? What? What did you say? Oh. May 8th through the 10th. We want Christina. You guys are so funny. Okay, fine, I'll read it. She said, from us, your article was such a huge milestone. Thank you for sharing it and inspiring so many. That's what she wrote. So, because I wasn't going to share it. I was just going to be like, oh, that's a cute article. And then she's like, share it. And I was like, yeah. But what was really funny is the morning it was posted, I didn't know that it was posted. And Ashton's friend's mom texted me, and she wrote, great article I just read. And I was like, what? So I went on and I was like, Google crazy lamp lady. And then I saw the article, but I didn't know it was posted until after I got the text from Mason's mom. I was like, what? Like, I did the interview, like I knew it, but it was like a while ago. And I was like, okay, I don't think that's ever going to get posted. And there it was. So I just thought that was pretty funny. But yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you. She's a great lady. My kids are very fortunate to have amazing friends with really great parents. So yeah, I've been poaching all of you. All of you were officially poached. I poached all of y'all. Okay. Congratulations. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Listen, I would not be here today if it was not for all of you. I can't read the comments. I'll literally start crying, and then I'm not going to be able to stop if I start crying. So I don't want to start reading the comments. But thank you all. Thank you so much. She's screenshotting. Of course she is. Thank you. See, look what you guys are doing to me. Stop. Yeah, short out your computer if you cry. Oh man, thank you guys. Thank you. Just think of the llamas. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I would not be here without any of you guys. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. All right. Let's continue before this gets to be too much, okay? Oh man. Okay. So it's Llama Day. It's National Llama Day. That's the scoop on the llamas. It's just National Llama Day. So May 8th through the 10th, we are having Carlisle Antique Fest. We finalized the map. We've got everything done. You guys can expect to see the applications go live. Oh, shout outs. Where did the shout outs go? Did I miss that? Oh, the shout outs was for our new members. That was shout outs. Shout outs was to the new members this week. And then, of course, that from us silly little thing. So Carlisle Antique Fest. We finished the map. We met with the fairgrounds one final time. The stage actually finished it last night. So yeah, I think either tonight or tomorrow we're going to release it publicly to vendors. That is the plan. The last thing I want to do is just make sure that our we have all the right applications, all the right questions. Did I say that? But now you guys got me all flustered. I can't think. I want to make sure we have all the right questions on our application for the vendors. Here's the plan. We're going to do a basic booth. Actually, let me just pull up. I'm going to pull up the map for you guys. I'm going to explain it for anyone who's interested in being a vendor at the event. Oh, I actually, without stage here, I'm going to have to call the tent company. Let me see. Edit details. Let me turn you guys around. Okay. All right. So here is the map. Okay. This is our map. So what I'm going to do is before I set it live, I'm going to block off all of these spaces. All of these spaces are going to be blocked off. And we're going to keep it kind of confined when we first release it. Okay. That way we're kind of building it out. I don't want somebody picking a booth out here, somebody picking a booth here, somebody picking, a booth here. And then, we reach, our full potential and we have booths staggered all over the place. So I'm going to block a lot of it off. And as we fill, we fill this row, I'll open up this row. We fill this row, I'll open up this row. So we're just going to kind of expand outward. So if you guys, my sister just called, hang on. Can you guys hear me? 8,000 vendors. This is just a small portion of the map. The map is way larger than this. Actually, that's the actual fairgrounds. And what you're seeing now is just this right here. We just have like this little, that's what we took a screenshot of, was like this little boop. So we can accommodate 8,000, but this is what we have so far. So I think each of these is about 50. So you're thinking like this right here is 100, 200. We're talking maybe like 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. So like in here, there's probably room for about 2,000 vendors that show right now. If we needed to make it bigger, we could. I don't think we're going to have it that big for our first event. Like, I think that's really ambitious. I was like, 500 vendors would be really cool. If we do more than that, I'm on like, heck yeah, but we really have no limit. I'm down for whatever. I'd like to have at least 500 vendors, but if we reach 2,000, sweet. I'll push it as far as we have to. I'll make it work. You guys know me. I'm up for a challenge. So anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to just open rows at a time. Obviously we have building T. This is our space. These are 20 by 10 spaces. I I forget what size. The pavilion spaces are weird. They're like weird shapes. Everything else is 10 by 30. So these are 10 by 30 out here. We're putting the tents in front of here. So there will be tented space here. I have to call the tent company to see what sizes they have before I have tents. So that's like my last step, is calling the tent company and saying, okay, what are the tent sizes, so that I know what booth spaces to put there. And I think so the basic spot, let me zoom in. Basic spots can be $150, but if you're a Niknax vendor, you get a 20% discount. If you sell on Niknax, you're going to get a discount. So also, electricity is limited. That is really important to note. Electricity is limited. It is available. So on the corners here, all of these designate electricity. All of these, and there are 8 spots off of every little gray dot that will allow electricity. So if you see a gray dot, those 8 will have electricity, but it's limited. Okay? So keep that in mind whenever, if you need but it's like electricity to run like a Square or to run like a computer or credit card processing. All right. That is what I was told. Are we allowed solar generator? I don't know how any of that works. I don't know. He told me the amperage. I have all the stuff here. I just know it's, oh, here, electric service fees. So it's 110 volts, dash volts per amperage. This means nothing to me. Maybe it means something to you guys. It's 110/20. Does that make sense to you guys? It's the 8th through the 10th. It's a normal house outlet. Okay. Well, there you go. So it's nothing crazy. It's limited, like I said. It's nothing like crazy. Yeah. So you can't be like running anything crazy off of it. Yeah. As far as camping goes, you can rent the space next to your site. I would suggest that if you are camping, that you are either, running off of battery, or tables are not included. You have to bring your tables, or you can rent. There is a rental. There is like a whole rental thing. There is information for renting tables, chairs, all of that, and I will include that in the vendor information. So when you sign up, you can put in an order for all of that. And my understanding is they will put them on the site for you. Are Niknax sellers allowed to share a booth? I don't know. I haven't thought about that. I mean, I don't see why not. If you guys wanted to split the cost and share a booth, I don't see why not. Yes, there are actually shower houses. There are bathhouses. I don't know if there's a charge for bathhouses. I don't know how that works personally. Here, let me see. No, you and Matt have to have separate booths. So here's the shower house. Of course you can share. So here is the shower house. So if you were to camp, I mean, you might want to get something down by this area, maybe. Matt's like, wow. Yeah, so the pavilion will be so basically a basic spot would be I think I don't know. Let's see if Sage put how much in there. Let's see. No, she didn't put a cost in there yet. That's fine. Yeah, I don't think we did a cost on that yet. So like I said, the basic cost would be $150. I was thinking, what was I thinking? Like, I think like what is the weather typical that time? Like, okay, so no, it's for the whole weekend. It'd be $150 all weekend. And that would be the thing, though, is you would be expected to be there the whole weekend. So there's no skipping out. And that being said, and I'm going to remind all of you who maybe go to Brimfield starts on Tuesday. So it would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You would be expected to be there all weekend. And then if you were somebody who sets up at Brimfield, you would have 2 days to get to Brimfield. How many people can stay? Well, currently my Airbnb is blocked off because I don't know if we'll have people traveling to help us. I don't know if I'll have family here. I was like, I kind of panicked, and I was like, I don't know what to do, so I blocked it off. Where can we find it? So there is a website. It's carlisleantiquefest.com. There's limited information on it at the moment, but I'll probably put updates on it as we go, especially as we publish the map and the signups and all of that. And I think I can get it on Niknax. I might have said that too early, but I think let me try real quick. I think we can get it on Niknax. Yeah, we have a channel. Do we have a channel? Yeah. Yes. Let me see if I can do something real quick. Let's see if that works. Okay. So, hey, Sunny, good to see you, bud. All right, so I think that's the update on Carlisle Antique Fest. We're still good. I'd say absolutely by the end of this week, we will have all the vendor signups out. Like I said, any Niknax seller gets 20% off of vendor fees. The way it works is you apply. It does work. Sorry, I got distracted. You apply. So you're going to apply for being a vendor. And then once you're approved, you can go in and select your spot. It adds it to the cart, and then you can pay for it. And that's how it works. So the reason that you have to apply is because obviously we don't want people there selling Andersen windows. No offense if you sell Andersen windows. Avon, Mary Kay salespeople. No offense to all of you guys, but it's just not the vibe. We want vintage, antiques, collectibles, handmade, that sort of stuff. So, or cats or cattle. Yeah, not allowed. That's not the thing. We do have actually the Pennsylvania Farm Show. If that was your thing, you can definitely check that out. So, moving on. I know we still have to say that. We've gotten some interesting applications, that's for sure. Okay, still Q4. It is still Q4, and actually things are picking up. No surprise there. Still Q4. It's the time of the year that people are shopping for the holidays, even though it's crunch time. I think people are feeling the crunch time actually, because we're seeing a pickup. We're seeing an increase in sales. So always encouraging you guys to be listing your buy it nows, multi-day auctions, live sale, picking up on those live sales. I will tell you that I had such a blast doing the 5 days of sales, like even just 10 things a day. It was quick, it was easy, it was great. It was an awesome way to connect with everybody. We talk about community on Niknax, and I think that going live consistently, whether that's every day at the same time, once a week, once every few days, just having that consistency and going live on a regular basis is a great way to get to know your audience and get to know the people that are active on Niknax, because they come in and they get to know you and then they look forward to seeing you. So it's always really good to have that consistency. And like I said earlier, mixing things up, trying new things. If something isn't working, try something new. You got to be able to pivot and try something new. That's been a huge lesson for me, especially this past year. If something isn't working, try something new. And it's been awesome. It's been a really awesome. I wish I would have learned that earlier in life. If something isn't working, it's time to change. I know I want to. I absolutely want to do that. I want to absolutely do the items a day again. The problem right now is basketball. These kids and their basketball. Like, wait, when do I have to pick you up? The other day, I shouldn't admit this because all the haters are gonna be like, oh my God, you're a horrible mom. I forgot to pick up Ashton at basketball. I got a call and I'm like literally like trying to go out the door, and like Laurel has to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, I think who was I on the phone with? Was I on the phone with Christina? Was I on the phone with you? I don't know. But like Laurel's like, Mommy, I want charcuterie. And I'm like, oh, we gotta go out there. She's in her pajamas, and I'm like, and then I like get halfway down the road and Ashton calls me and he's laughing, and I'm like, what's so funny? He's like, oh, I got a ride from Mason's mom. And I'm like, oh, Mason's mom. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's so amazing. And I'm like, what? And then I get home and like Mason's mom literally beat me home with Ashton. And I'm like, oh my God. Like she knows I'm a hot mess. Like she knows so that's what's funny is because it's the next morning, that was the text I got from Mason's mom was, oh my gosh, great article about you. And I'm like, this is the same mom that has to drive my son home because, oh man. Yeah, my kids live on charcuterie. They love charcuterie. Yeah. Too funny. So anyway, what were we talking about before I got off on that tangent again? We were talking about trying new things, weren't we? Yeah, something about that. Oh, basketball schedules. Oh shoot, we should wrap this up. It's 11:49. Quarter four. All right, here we go. Be consistent, go live, get creative. All these things I already covered with you guys. Evaluate your listing prices, starting bids. I always remind you guys to duplicate your old listings, reprice, delete the old ones, send out offers. Social media, guys, come on. I have seen like a huge bump. Like, what word am I looking for? A huge bump in social media. Obviously, I'm putting more effort into it, but you got to put the effort in. Increase, thank you. Spike, bump, increase. In social media, yeah, you gotta be out there. You gotta put yourself out there. It's really important. And every week I say it, everybody can do Instagram. It's so easy, putting photos out there, just taking a picture. I still got this. Actually, I don't know. What did they do with my cherry? The cherry's gone. I don't. Oh wait, never mind. It's right here. Everybody can do that, right? Oh, thank you, Sunny. Yeah. So I mean, put yourself out there on social media. It's important. It might not seem important, but it is, especially for your business. It's like you don't have to put your personal life out there. You don't have to do that, but definitely be putting your business out there. Put your business out there. Magic comments. In case you weren't aware, you can post your magic comments to Instagram and Facebook. So what that means is if you are a buy it now seller here on Niknax, you can be posting your items to Facebook and Instagram, so that if somebody sees the comment, they can just type claim, that item gets sent to their inbox, and they can just purchase it directly from there. So it's a really great tool, especially if you have that following already on Instagram or Facebook. Maybe you're not comfortable with going live. It's a great alternative to going live because it keeps it's also really great to be actively posting. So it helps you actively post by sharing your items and potentially creating sales for you. So magic comments, absolutely a great idea. Hey, Sandy. As a reminder, contacting support@district.net for any technical issues, payouts, updates, support, any of those things. You want to be reaching out to support@district. They can help with any of that. And then you also have community@niknax.net. You can reach out to us about any community issues. Like I said earlier, you may not get a response from us because we receive so many messages at this point. But we are seeing your messages. We are responding to your concerns, whether that's going directly to the concern itself, dealing with things on the back end. But it is important that you do let us know whenever there's an issue in the community. So community@niknax.net. If you have any event questions, it's Christina@niknax.net. That's related to events, any train inquiries or anything like that. We're going to pull up the calendar now and see if we have any upcoming events. Speaking of events, does anyone in the chat have any upcoming events to announce? While I'm pulling up the calendar, any train conductors there? Any fun events? All right, have a good time at work. How long does it take to get approved to sell? Well, we've got some people who have been waiting 2 years to get approved. It could take anywhere from a few days to a few weeks to a few months to a few years. It just depends on how much information was given in the applications. And honestly, some of our recent applications have been very lacking in information. Even though it's asked for in the application, it's just been very vague. And I'm like, why didn't you just give me the information I asked for? So if it's not all there, it's taking a bit longer, because I'm more likely to approve somebody who's put the effort in than somebody who's just like, NA. All right, let me pull up this. I hope that answers the question. We've got over 1,400 applications at the moment. Okay, let me see here. I'm turning you guys around again. Okay, so here is our December event calendar. If you check out there in the chat, we do have some events coming up this week. It looks like Art Hangout on Thursday. It's co-host week. That's exciting. Groovy Train is all green tonight. Thank you, Great Eye Finds. We've got Friday and Saturday trains. Newbie train. Sorry, you guys are not even looking at them. I'm reading my comments. I should be pointing you guys here. All right, let's see. Groovy Train always every Tuesday. So when I have coffee chat, you can expect that Groovy Train is going to be the evening of the coffee chat. We've got, I don't know if that's happening tomorrow. I think we're doing a refresh. Actually, I think we're done with Good Morning Niknax. I think that's canceled. I think I don't know. You guys let me know. We've got Art Hangout on Thursday. That is happening on Thursday. Co-host week, right? And then we've got Giddy Up Gift Gala. That is our Niknax event happening Friday and Saturday. So that is going to be 15-minute time slots, right, Christina? Off the schedule. Refresh. Yeah. All right. All right, there you go. And Newbie Train is on the 13th. So this is the event we were talking about earlier, the 13th. This is the Newbie Train, where if you are wanting to try to go live, not really 100% comfortable, this is a great opportunity for you to give it a shot. See if you like it. Maybe you won't, maybe you will. If you don't, that's okay, but it's a great opportunity to try it out and see, an encouraging environment. And there's some spots left. So reach out to the thrifting teacher if you would like. All right, let's see. Do we have anything else here? I think that's it. Giddy Up Gift Gala. Christine was like, when she told me the name of that, I was like, Giddy Up Gift Gala. That sounds like it's like a cowboy theme. She's like, wait. She's like, imagine an elf on a reindeer. And I was like, okay. I'm still thinking of a cowboy, but it's okay. So I want everybody to imagine an elf on a reindeer for that. Okay. Look at it. Fine. I'll look at the thumbnail. All right. So, yes. That's a tricky question, is what I can say on that one. Like I can't answer it officially. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. All right, see ya. Let's see. You called and asked? Oh. After the chat? Oh, okay. I got it. Sorry, I got distracted again. Okay. Handmade Market is happening December 26th. And that is Meet Your Maker. Oh, wait. Yeah. Handmade Market happens every fourth Friday. Yes, I was, Melissa. Sorry. That was my response. I can't officially answer it. She's like, wait to answer. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So every fourth Friday we have Handmade Market here on Niknax. And Handmade Market is when we change the entire homepage here on Niknax over to all handmade in honor of our makers here on Niknax and to celebrate all of their hard work and all of the things that they create. So that will be fourth Friday. Meet Your Maker is pending. And then she wrote, carry FME, know their availability. I have no idea what that means. I just read it out loud because I feel like it was a typo and it looked funny. So. All right. So that's it. I'm still live. This is the truth. How long have I been live? Oh, she texted me. She's like, you weren't supposed to read that. Oh, I've been live for an hour and 22 minutes. Oh, that was the kids. The kids wrote that. We'll blame them. They're easy to blame. just like I blame the girls. I'm like, and they put it right in the elbow zone. That was me getting the woods ready for school, the kids ready for school. That makes sense. So anyway, that's it for the notes. If anyone has any questions, I've got a few minutes. Obviously, I've got another meeting here soon. Will we know if it's happening? Yes. So the only reason that we don't know if it's happening is because I feel like, and maybe you feel this way too, like we've done it now for 2 years. Like, I don't know, maybe it's time for something new. I mean, we talk about things that are like, I mean, it's working, but could we do it better? Kind of like one of those thoughts. Like, it's working, but can we do this better? I don't know. Just a thought. So that's the only reason it's pending, not because I don't know. And that's just Meet Your Maker, not Handmade Market in general. We're still going to do Handmade Market forever, but just the train that goes along with it. Oh, and there was only 5 people interested. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm trying to figure out the best. Oh, and it's right after Christmas too. Yeah, that's true. Right after Christmas. When will I have my next sale? That's a really great question. I think she'll be was preloading yesterday. I think I've got quite a bit of preloading. Yeah, so that is confusing, the difference between Niknax and District. So when I first started with District, Niknax was kind of like, District was like the mall, right? And then District was like a little store in the mall. But now, and then over time, Niknax kind of became like the anchor store in the mall. And now Niknax is kind of its own island. And like, and District is like the infrastructure of the island, making sure like everything runs smoothly. And then, I mean, that's kind of where we're at. We're kind of like Niknax, and then District kind of like make sure everything runs smoothly. It's Niknax powered by District. And as we grow, the goal is for Niknax to become less and less of a role. They power our island. Yeah. They're the management company. But we're kind of a team. We're kind of a team. Niknax is just here, and then they're kind of like underneath, making sure we all run smoothly. And they're the IT behind the Niknax, making sure everybody is able to do what we do. When will the apps be out for vendors? Oh, by the end of the week. My goal was to have them out by the end of tonight. I had to call the tent company. Here's the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. The truth is, my goal is to have them out by the end of tonight. But also, as you saw when I had to go find my hat, I have raging ADHD, and even though that's my goal, who knows what I will accomplish by the end of the evening. And I want to accomplish this, but I don't know if I will get there. So by the end of the week, it will be accomplished. And I'm optimistically gonna say that. But see, I say the end of the week because I'm gonna be really proud of myself for like getting it done like in a few days, and then being like, oh look, I got it done way before the end of the week. So that's how my mind works. That's the truth. That was the truth. I did find my hat. Actually, it was like literally like here is my photo box, and it was right in between both of my photo boxes. Yeah. So that, I mean, that's the truth. The truth is, I want to have it out by tonight. I have to call somebody. I hate calling people. I don't like making phone calls. I will not call anybody. I will call my doctor, my lawyer, my accountant, and my bank, and that's like it. Oh, and my parents and my kids. That's about it. They're like, those are the 5. And Christina. Mostly Christina calls me because she knows I won't call. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. I don't call people. So like I have to call the tent company, and it might not even happen. I don't know. We'll see. That's why when I was like, oh, and Sage isn't in, I have to call the tent company. That's why you experienced that with me. You need to voice in. You can't voice in because nobody on Facebook and YouTube can't hear you. They can't hear you if you voice in. You have to be added in. Okay, I'll just repeat what you say. Okay, have a wonderful day, Norma. Okay. That was a lot. You want me to repeat all that? Bye. Okay, so you can have your pet there, but they advise not to because they don't know the temperament of your pet, and they don't know the temperament of other people's pets that they are bringing, and they don't know about the heat or any of those things. So yeah, all of that. So yes, but also they don't advise it. And they have to be all updated on shots. Thank you. They have to be vaccinated, and you have to prove it. No, they didn't say that, but they do have to be vaccinated. Um, exactly. That's why I said I can't answer that question. That was my easy answer. That was my easy out. My easy out was I can't answer that question, if you know what I'm saying. See, that's how I answered the question because I didn't want to have to say all of that. That was just complicated. I was saying the same thing. Now I'm looking for a clock battery because you got me all like, okay, well, Christina's taking care of this now. I'm going to go replace battery in this clock. Okay. Like I'm like, well, she's got this handled. I'm literally going to, I'm like, I do the exact same thing. Sage was doing something the other day. She was like trying to do something, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna start cleaning my desk. I can't. And that's what I'm saying. I'm over here like starting a new project. We're moving on. All right. Okay. All right. So does anyone have any more questions? Obviously, for me, you're gonna get like the easy answer. If you need a different answer, we can bring Christina in. Oh, that's so funny. You have a non-aggressive dog updated on shots, and I was well. There you go. Perfect. Two ways to answer the same question. Any more questions? I'm new here. Yes, we are having a show. Like, do I have anything promoted? Yeah. So we are having the first ever Carlisle Antique Fest at the Carlisle Fairgrounds. Looking for my thing. Yeah. So Carlisle, Pennsylvania is known for the car shows. Here is this is the fairgrounds. That's it all filled up. Yeah, so they're known for their car shows. They have car shows a few times a year, and I was like, you know what? It's kind of silly that we don't have like an antique show here because we have the ability to do it. So they can accommodate 8,000 vendors. And I thought, I don't have enough on my plate, and it might just be fun to do. So I decided I'm going to do this. so we're doing a antique show this next year, May 8th through the 10th, which is Mother's Day weekend, 2026. We are hosting Carlisle Antique Fest at the Carlisle Fairgrounds. Listen, I get bored for 2 seconds and I'm like, hey, let's do something really wild. I don't know. I have a lot of chaos in my life. I was thinking about that today, actually. I was thinking about like, it's not that I have a lot of chaos. It's that my approach to chaos is I don't think a lot of people can handle it. Mason's mom is she's epic. I feel like she's a character now. Like she is like a special character. Between like Mason's mom and Aaliyah's mom. Aaliyah's mom is also a very special character. Like, you guys have no idea. The people that just show up that are just amazing. Like, at times it's just like, where did you come from? Who are you? That's just it. Like, I'm not somebody who willingly accepts help, and these people just show up and I'm like, what do you want? They're just there. It's crazy. Yeah. Let's see. Um, yes. Yes. Where did, you know what? Let me see if Sage left her notes here. Let's see. Sage was the one taking notes. Yeah, I do. I love chaos, and I thrive in it. And some people can't handle that I thrive in chaos. Okay, let me see here. Sorry, Sage was taking notes. I'm like, write that down. Write that down. Something about sales tax. Scooters. Should we have scooters? There's a question. Do you think we should have scooters? Didn't we have an ADHD train? Vendors need tax ID number. No selling homemade food. Vendors need tax ID number. I'll be right back. So one of my concerns with having scooters there is that people who don't need scooters can then access the scooters, and then they can run into tables with the scooters. Versus people who need the scooters will probably bring scooters with them. Because that was how I was thinking about it. I was like, people who need the scooters will probably have scooters with them, but then people who don't need the scooters will be like, ooh, I want a scooter. And then they'll just like ram them into tables full of antiques. They don't know how to drive them, and also they're like, oh, that'll be fun. Okay, so here's the map. So that will give you an idea. So the snapshot that we have right now, this literally is the footprint that we're looking at. So this is our footprint right now. This little square is where we have our we've carved out this little square right here for our show. This would be our parking over on this side. This would be the gate that we use. We would use one gate. And then on Sunday, we would open up this gate number 2, and we would have flea market over here, possibly down in here. But that's the full map. To moderator. Yeah. No, I'm looking for a pen so I can write this down in the notes. And this would be a good opportunity. Like if you're new to selling at events, like if you have friends that do sell at events, talk to them about it. You know, for me, like organizing this event, like coming up with, okay, what do I charge for a spot? Like I've just like George has been my go-to of just like, hey George, this, that, and the other. So if you have friends that set up at events and are vendors places, like it's a really good opportunity for you to pick their brain. You know, what do I need to do? So that's an opportunity for that as well. Because I honestly don't know the answers because I don't set up at events. Yeah, not the one you want to ask. And I think that would be done through Stripe. I'm pretty sure that's through Stripe. Yeah. Um, but are there any questions not having to do with the event? Because I do have a meeting in 12 minutes, so I probably have to get off here in like 5. So if you guys have any questions having to do with anything else, I don't want to like I mean, I'm not opposed to talking about this, but I know sometimes you guys have questions about knickknacks and not um, this per se. Yeah, with any questions having to do with like um, tax stuff and selling on knickknacks, I mean, that would be district can help you with that. We don't have an LLC yet. I don't think that you need an LLC. See, I don't know how all that works, but I don't think you need an LLC to have a tax ID number. Don't quote me on that. I mean, I'm an S corp, so but I don't. Yeah, I don't see you don't. Yeah, you don't. It's like I don't think you do. Um, that coming from somebody who has a corporation. Yeah, you just need your social security number. Yeah, there you go. I did not see your question, Picker Gems. It varies from state to state. There's like so much dust floating around here. Do you guys see all that dust? Okay. I see that. Discount section in chat channel for sellers. I have one going, but I want people to see. Oh, I see. Okay. I need to post it for that. Hold back. You're saying discount. Do we not have one? Like spamming it? Does. Yeah, you could put it in host notes. It's a good idea. Um, okay. Let me think on that one. We have some changes coming soon, so I'm not sure how to implement that in with our new change. I'm gonna put it on my tripod. A month from now, I'm gonna be like, what does that one mean? Um, there's a giveaway option. I'm gonna write that one down for my meeting in 8 minutes. We don't have giveaways on Niknax, but it shouldn't be an option because we don't do giveaways on Niknax. So they need to remove that from there. It's basically. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we don't do giveaways. That made me think of the message I got. Also, let's circle back around to the question of how is Niknax and district related. Um, there are certain things that, like, yes, district has the ability to do giveaways, but Niknax does not participate in giveaways, and you guys know this. A lot of you do. We don't do giveaways. That I guess that's all I need to say about that. We don't do giveaways. I love cookie jars. Almost as good as bathrobe. Almost as good as bathrobe. Yeah, I just wrote that down. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like people think that because district allows giveaways that we should allow giveaways, and it just doesn't work. I don't like giveaways. I feel like on Whatnot everyone was expected to do giveaways, and I didn't like that expectation. I was like, no, I'm not. And they're like, you haven't done a giveaway yet, and I'm like, I don't want to do a giveaway. And then finally, I just stopped doing them. I am a gift to all of you. Go ahead, clip it, post it, let everyone know I said it. Let me go get my crown. Hang on, it's right over here. Come on over. It's free. It's niknax.net. Niknax.net. Just come in. All you gotta do is become a member. That's it. It takes 2 seconds. And then if you want to buy something, you just put in your payment information and your shipping information, and you're good to go. But it's all through Stripe, so it's all secure, and it's free. It's free to join. Yeah, that's to become a buyer. To become a member, you don't even have to put in your payment and shipping information. You could just become a member. But then if you do want to buy, that's when you have to put in your payment and shipping information. Yeah. And it attracts the wrong crowd too, because then you have all these people expecting something for free. And they're not here to buy from you. They're just here because they want the free stuff. And that is not what we want here on Nick. We don't want those people on Niknax. Trust me. You don't want those people. The goblins. Yeah. That's okay. They all live over there. You know. Over with the shoe people. Over with the shoe people. Christina's like, any more questions, guys? Dawson's got a meeting in 4 minutes. I'm pointing over there. I'm gonna go find those batteries. Where did I put those? No, what's so funny is I do the same thing to Sage, and it didn't even register that I do the same thing until you were like, "Oh, she like." I do still have I put my hat back where I found it. Yeah. Yeah. They do not look the same as this one. No, no. I try to be more professional. It's only with two people, actually normally, but I do try to be more professional than I am in front of like 380 people. I try to be more professional in front of the 2 people that I have a meeting with in 3 minutes than I do in front of 380 people, which is a weird thing, right? Like, oh, hey, you know, that's weird, actually, now that I think about it, but it is what it is. Yeah. All right, well, if nobody has any more questions, I'm probably gonna just pop off of here. I know. I'm probably gonna go live this week. I'm trying to think of what my week holds. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna go filming, actually. Thursday I might go live. Thinking about Thursday. I think I'm taking the girls out to dinner on Thursday. For Christmas. But I'm gonna go live. I'll schedule a live this week, so keep an eye on my thing, and you'll see that pop up. But I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Remember, Groovy Train is tonight, and we've got lots of sellers going live, and you can go on and support them. And even if you're not buying from them, remember, encouragement goes a long way. Just saying hi, all of that. My step party is just me. Well, hey, have a great party. Eat some cookies and pastries and all the things. But we're gonna go see who's live. Let's see here. Let's see. We've got lots of friends live right now. How about we go over to you know what? How about we go see Jeannie Bird? It's been a while since we've gone to visit Jeannie Bird. We're gonna go see Jeannie.